And what I'm going to take you through is a process that I first started to develop when I became a CMO of a B2B marketing communications agency. We were AT&T's agency. We spun off of Via. We had Lucid, MasterCard. And I'm very, very fortunate. Three amazing partners. Bess and Yanan Li ran this agency. They were all in their 70s. They had been classic ad men for 50 years each. And I gleaned so much knowledge from them. And part of that was put into this process, this workflow that to this day I still use and take companies through on a regular basis. So first thing you got to do is you must understand who your customers are. It sounds so basic, but you really have to understand who they are. And what I mean by who they are is your customers are an individual. We tend to say things like, oh, it's males 18 to 34, or it's adults 25 to 54. Well, a 25-year-old and a 30-year-old and a 50-year-old are not all exactly the same, right? So you got to break it apart and understand who they are. The most critical thing I can tell you is understand who they are to the individual, meaning for the average 25-year-old who is interested in more things around, like this woman here, around style and inclusivity. You know, who is she? How does she think? If you can create a buyer profile and then put a name to them, and maybe we call her, I don't know, what do you think we should name her? What's a good name for this woman? Anyone want to take a guess? I don't, and any guess is good, but somebody give me a name. What should we name this woman? Lucy Dreamer. Maybe that's her Instagram, Lucy Dreamer, at Lucy Dreamer. That's who she is. And even if your company is a B2B company and you say, okay, we sell to these types of companies in this industry of this size, there is a buyer, there is an individual, okay, at that company that is making the decision. You must know who they are. You must know their name, okay, and really define it. So everything starts with understanding your customer.